There we go. That's supposed to be the engine. There we go. Hello, everyone! To people just joining, to people who have been waiting, and to everyone watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on when you're watching this. Hello! Welcome back to another stream, and welcome back to Game Dev. Now, I'm actually here with this today, rather than saying, yes, I'm going to be here, and then have things come up and not be able to do it. I also should find some music that's not just the stuff that I normally use. Hold on. It's almost always Nintendo, which, you know, like, it's not a bad thing, but it's almost always Nintendo music. It doesn't have to be just Nintendo music for festive video game music. Oh, there we go. Right. There we go. Much better. Anyway. It could be from the classic top-down game, Hate. Missing Star, Nights into Dreams. I've not played Nights. Anyway, so, last time that we worked on stuff, let me just refresh my memory because it's been 2 weeks since I streamed Game Dev. That doesn't help. Oh yeah, it was adding the, it was finishing off the rest of the dialogue stuff for the signs that we were plopping down into the test level, popping them into the test level, trying to play through the test level, and struggling a little bit, which, to be fair, I do need to adjust the test level. And aside from that, there was also the case of making adjustments to the player's wall jump. How about just the soundtrack to one of those freeware Santa games from the late 90s to early 2000s? Oh, good lord, no. Ugh. Take a shot each time he said, "You won't die, you'll just get started." Anyway, it's been a while since I've loaded up the, like, click play mode on the project, so it's gonna take a moment. It does like to do that. In 4 days... Oh, there we go. In 4 days, I am going to be obligated to say, like, probably maybe in the server, but also to other people that I know. Can you believe it, guys? Christmas just a week away, because the coming Thursday is 1 week until Christmas, and I feel obligated to do that every year. Hello, I'm watching while doing the washing up. Just a week away. Christmas is in a week. Woohoo! I'm so happy about this information. I do like the tradition of finding the GIF or posting the video or just quoting it every year when it's a week before Christmas. That is a long forgotten audio stem. Fuck. As soon as I realize that it's almost a week away, immediately it's just, well, shit. Anyway, in terms of the wall jumping, last time we adjusted things, so now there's a little check that becomes active whenever the player is moving, and that essentially checks if the check exists for when the player is basically holding forward. If they're not holding forward, then that... Or if they're not holding forward, then that check doesn't exist. Why the enemy is chasing me because they saw me. Oh, my S key. I need a new... I do need... Does a rat perform circumcisions? He looks like he could be an ordained rabbi. I could not explain. But yeah, no. He's got them hands. He's got big meaty hands. So now when we go onto a wall, nothing happens if we're not holding forward. We will wall slide when we're holding forward, or we're supposed to... I can't explain, he just looks like he has skillful digits. I thought I sorted this out, and apparently it hasn't been sorted. What is going on? Enabling wall slide check, stop move action triggered. Literally, when I hopped off of stream 2 weeks ago to sort it out, I thought... Oh, great. This part of the stream will be completely nuked unless I turn it into an audio jungle. Anyway, so... That's supposed to work, but for some reason... Like, if MD can wall slide... There was a line of code that I changed, and I was making sure that that was actually doing this. I don't know if I actually compiled. I think I made the adjustment and then... I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to compile and see if this fixes it. It's supposed to fix it. And I should also keep track of the Boolean value inside of the editor, because if I can see... Wait, are you telling me Disney is defensive of their IP and think that a small streamer is stealing the content from multinational megacorp? I mean, have you seen Mickey Mouse? He's, I'm thinking of that one fucking gif of, you know, Mickey slicing the bread very thinly and giving it to Donald and Goofy. Mick the avaricious rodent. Where is... Should go into the... Right, so where is... I did put it with all the wall jump stuff, I believe. B... Or did I throw it at the bottom? I might have actually thrown it at the... No, I did not. He is covetous to a concerning degree. Right. He's busy mates with Spelka. No wonder that fucking... Like, he fucking made him. He made him. He basically made him. I can't prove it yet. I only want it to be visible anywhere. That's all I want for this. They do MDMA on Thursdays when they go to the club. They wear their cheapest aftershave and hit on any woman who comes within 50 feet. Ha ha! You know how famous I am? Ha ha! Say! You want to come inside my clubhouse? It's fun inside! Ha-ha! let me see if I can. Huh? Really? Oh yeah, no. It's just a work thing, babe. Now you and me, doll. That could be real. I regret so much. I wonder why I do things sometimes. Right, so the thing I need to check. Rect. So B can wall slide is not. Mickey is a. Oh my god! Thank you. Right, so B can wall slide is not being triggered. So go into the code. Wall slide direction box overlap. Wall slide direction check ended. Now, I'm not... See, I might be silly. But I'm also wondering if something's gone wrong with the actual overlap cube. So let's check. Player, rat player. So that's... Yeah, that's it. That is... Yeah, that is there. So why does it not... Generate overlap events. Yep, overlap all dynamic. Why does the rat look so angry? They stole his... Is it due to his inherent sin? By proxy, he has the sin of greed. His greed and gluttony sickens me. So why is it not... That God has abandoned him. It could be. Right, let's see. Yo! And that Abraham left him to suffer? Also, Heyday. But the fact that this... Because I already have a log warning in here. And the fact that it's not repeatedly firing means that it's not like it's... But my brain... It's time for the One Piece heads to talk about One Piece in my chat again. This is the fun time. You just watch One Piece. I mean, yeah, when I'm able to, yeah. I don't know what's going on with this. Wait. To be fair, now I think about it, that check is probably redundant. And the free trial is free. I know you keep trying! I know you keep trying! So for some reason, it's not detecting it. An interesting conundrum I'm facing. I thought it was working at one point, but no, it's not. It just isn't. Unless... Hold on, let me look at... how I have this... Ground checkpoint. Create default sub-object. I get that. I actively ignore Final Fantasy 14 out of principle. Okay, so it is attached. I don't want to explain too much. Oh boy. Shift F. Right, so going back in here. Also, a lot of this is going to be trying to fix and make sure that shit works. Just to make sure. Right, so it is following along with the player, which is, you know, that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting to happen. So, for some reason, that's just not detecting anything. It might be how I've set up the collision responses. Hold on. So I might have actually messed things up, so... Checkbox. Okay, and I do have all side direction box overlap added as dynamic. So the and also the My Hero anime finally ended the other day. Which is crazy. ECC_world dynamic. I think world dynamic is the one thing I didn't factor in. I might have made a big mistake with this. Because here's the thing, I factored in world static, but I didn't factor in world dynamic. So yeah, man, I've been trying to put it down to play something else, but I'm finding it hard. I mean, amen. I've been playing concerning amounts of Destiny 2 since the Renegades expansion released, and I've been juggling that with playing the DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA, which I've been having a good time with. I've been having a good time with the DLC for that game. I like some of the new Mega Evolutions they made for it. One of them was a silly idea, and I like it. So can this enemy leave me alone? Ah! Anyway, so the thing I'm trying to see... Okay, it is still entirely possible for the player to very slowly scale... Well, they can scale up the wall, and then suddenly they can't, you know, get over it until the air dash. But it is still possible, so... Yeah, I know, it's not the best. It's very crunchy and not the greatest. It sounds like a jammed disk drive. Listen. I made it myself. Like, it won't close. It's full of crumbs. It's been used to hold bagels. Ah, no. My gluttony has fucked me over. I'm trying to play Legoland for PC, but I've been using the tray as my little plate. There we go. How dare you ruin my container for Sonic Adventure DX PC version? How dare you! Now I have to go back and play Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. Even though that probably would be a better idea considering the fact that that version is stinky and I love it. It really is. Like, I don't know how, like, when I first played Sonic Adventure, like, a decade ago on the Xbox 360, that I thought, you know, this is fine. Like, in terms of how the character models look and how things are animated with the DX graphic, like, the DX models and whatnot. So, and I kind of love how bad it is. Right, so let me see. So, thing that I want to do. So, at the moment, it's very easy. It's still, like, even though we have the better wall, like, the better, system for determining how much momentum the player gets jumping off a wall, depending on, you know, whether they are holding in the direction of the wall, or if they're just, you know, jumping off of it flat out. Sorry. It's still relatively easy to actually just, you know, immediately move back. And I think the contributor to that, if we go into the character movement, is Air control. So, what I want to do is when the player does that kind of wall jump, where they're sort of jumping further away from the wall, I want to sort of gradually readjust the air control so that it is set to a low value, and then it's brought back up to what it was. So it would take some like small tweaking within the code, but I feel like it should be simple to do. And now I'm also looking at things. This is definitely going to have to be a thing that I do before I expand things way further. I don't think I need the drawing tablet for this. I can easily go into the code for this. If I go into... Where is... Tick. Alright, there we go. So... Tick function. We do not have too much that's happening. Like, we have 5 methods being, like, essentially run simultaneously, 6 if we're stomping. And the thing is, brain. My brain. Gosh, you can tell it's been a Sunday. God, good lord, good lord. Anyway, well, it's not... I guess it's, like, in a way it's not too bad, but at the same time, for the sake of optimization, it would be better if I was, say, controlling, like, the interpolation of the movement speed and the field of view, and... Like, no, specifically these two, and what I'm about to do, rather than, like, in the, like, using tick, I think using timelines would be much better, because it still essentially achieves the same effect, but rather than having to rely on continuously running stuff in code, it would just run within the timeline separate from the code. It just needs to be called, and that's about it. But that's... That depends on whether or not it affects things too much, which I think at this stage it doesn't impact things too much, considering the fact that it's only happening on the player character. Though that's from the perspective of it running on my system, and may not necessarily be the exact same case running on other people's systems, if that makes sense. So, definitely need to look into things. Yeah, that's something that I can adjust later down the line, or, like, soon. I need to plan it out. I have the idea in my head, but it's just sort of properly capturing it, keeping it there, and just hammering it in, basically. But yes, the thing that I want to do, and that I will still do via code rather than timelines for the time being, I really wish I knew the best, like, the optimal way to sort of compartmentalize some of the areas of the code, but making it still compatible. But I guess it's not too possible in Unreal, or I've not found the magic to actually make that possible. Anyway, alright, I'm not gonna throw that there. I'm gonna yeah. I'm gonna file this under movement because this technically does count as, I mean, it's values that are adjusted within the movement, or the character movement component. So this does count. So float default air control. And then float post wall jump air control. And that basically just screams, yeah, this is what the air control value will be set to once we finish wall jumping. Now, also, hold on a moment. I forgot to scan a document earlier. I'm going to be right back in just a moment just to make sure my printer hasn't turned off. And I know I could get it done later when I finish stream, but I'm more likely to forget. So, and I can multitask, like, with it being on my other monitor. my other monitor. But yes. So we have the default air control. We have the post-wall jump air control. And then I'm going to go into the player character, actually, and I'm going to say default air control 0.85F, because that's the one that we're currently using in the engine itself. And then post-wall jump air control. I'm going to throw in a 0 at the moment because I haven't decided on what it should be. There we go. Right. So I would need to actually test things out within the engine first before I actually sort of hard code it in. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say find the rep player. I thought I typed in T, but no. Where is the character movement? Air control. So I'm going to say we'll adjust it down to 0.3. Oh, wait. 0.3. Right, so adjust it. Okay, 0.3 might be the best to start off at. So that's our baseline. Why did I do that? I know not to do that. Shift F1. So air control. So we started at 0.3. Let's try 0.4. I think point 3 might be where we start off with the post-wall jump air control. So, starting off with point 3F. Okay, so... My brain has gone empty. I'm sorry, chat. I need a method for this. Okay. Or a method for interpolating. So void set interp air control float. As I said, for now we're still using delta time for this. So say get character movement. To be fair, I feel like air control equals f math f interp 2. So we're gonna have the air control, and then I'm gonna set it to default air control. Delta time. And then I do need gold saucer. And then I need another variable for this, so float air control inter speed. And then we have air control interp speed. Right. Set interp air control delta time. To be fair, this is still constantly running, so it's not like I need to have a boolean to determine, oh yeah, this just needs to constantly set this to this. But the one thing I need to do now is wall jump. F, hit, yep. So So, Tom, what would I need for you to play Final Fantasy XIV? I don't know. That's the problem. There we go. Oh, gosh. Right. So... there is something that I need to double check. Also, one moment. There we go. Anyway, there's something that I need to basically verify by quickly taking a look at Celeste again on my Switch. Just a moment. Because here's the thing. While adjusting the air control can work for, like, the wall jumps where, oh, you're holding against the wall, I also need to double check, you know, just the wall jumps made without holding against the wall, so, because I want this to feel right. I want this to feel right. What song is... oh, it's from Knights. Right. Anyway, checking again. Because the one level that I keep using on what is currently an incomplete save file, because I have two basically complete save files on Celeste, and... okay, so, from my understanding... okay, so... perfect, right, I understand. So... I am trying to think of how to explain this. Simply put, during the wall jump, like, during wall jumps where, like, when you're playing as Madeline in Celeste, when you're not holding against the wall, so if you just, you know, immediately just jump off of a wall, you have full air control. And I guess that's helpful if, like, you're trying to essentially just basically top off, just climbing up, like, jumping from another wall to that one. So, yeah, no, I know how I'm doing this now. Okay, so... So say B wall sliding. B wall sliding. No. If B wall sliding, then get character movement air control equals post wall jump air control. So that should be in place now. And that worked. Right. So let's give this a go. Let's give this a good old try. Because this should work. Right, so... Oh, wait, no, I realized what I did. I haven't set the, interp speed. What is... Oh, it's Bully! Oh! I need to replay Bully. Bully's a good game. Funky as fuck, this song. I forgot about it. Okay, so now that I've set that, it should work as intended. Okay, so it... Wow, I'm so cooked. I'm out here alternating between watching something on YouTube and the stream for like 10-ish minutes now. My mind only... They have a Santa outfit. Whoa, okay. Honestly, Zazel, it does sound like you are kind of cooked if you... I'm sorry. But yes, no, that does work. I'm not even high, what the fuck going on? Right, so that does work, but I feel like it either doesn't adjust itself quickly enough, or... So, I think the thing that I need to adjust is... I probably need to bump up the interp speed a bit higher. So I'll say use 6 as like an extreme. but then it feels like it's losing a bit too much height. So maybe we set it to 9? So we went from so we went from 2 to 6 to 9. So hopefully an interp speed of 9. Bruh, the second I get my hands on drugs, I'm ascending to a higher plane of existence. Or the void. Either or. I mean, could they be considered the same thing? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, this should be a bit better. Oh, and the outbreak starts in a few minutes, chat. So it still feels a bit. Right. I'm gonna. Oh wait, no, that. I was adjusting the wrong one. That's why I'm so doofus. Big doofus. But yeah, no, I'm doing good. How about you? What the fuck is going on? Oh yeah, the title update for Wilds. What is going on? Oh. And the project just crashed. Okay. That's weird. Okay, the game's just crashing. Line 366, which is wait, but that's saying the what is going on? It was literally working perfectly fine before. I'm so confuzzled. Anyway, ad starting. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. So it crashed again. However, I think there is a fix. So I'm gonna go over to this window in Clip Studio. I'm gonna close Rider. I'm gonna close the crash reporter and therefore the engine. Apparently, so delete the binaries, intermediate, and save. So basically do what I used to do whenever I had to quote-unquote recompile the code back when I didn't have Rider and back when I didn't have my project saved on an SSD. So I'm also making sure, yeah, I am not muted. Okay, so delete those. Right, generate Visual Studio project files. Right. So, and now we try opening the project again. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the project to just completely break like that. That is weird. But not the... It's an issue that other people have had before. And I'm hoping, after I should do some stuff on Monhan. I still haven't fought Savage, like Savage Omega Planetes. I still need to do that. Okay, at the very least, so project is building properly. I'm hoping that it can actually run play mode again. I don't know why things started, you know, behaving that way, but it's reloading absolutely everything as well. Oh, there we go. Right. Here's hoping. I also need to redock the bloody... Okay, it's just still crashing. Why? Why is it still crashing? I don't understand what's going on! Not good. Why is it still... Why is it like this? Right, it's something within the code. It is that I need to go back to that line 366. So I'm gonna wait for the code to open up again. Right. So it was line 366. For some reason, setting... I just don't understand what's going on. It's so... Anyway. So I'm commenting these lines out. This was for the... Wait, for the player charge overlap box? Okay. Gosh. Anyway. So, project's back open again. Take a stab at it again. It's going to crash again. Why? 370. It seems to just be having issues with all the overlap stuff. And super begin play is being called. I don't know what's going on with this. Okay, so right, I'm gonna uncomment these because supposedly, I might have fucked up in terms of because I kept constantly just back clicking doing toggling undo in the blueprint when I was panicking over why the hell is the player character floating. I might have fucked up, so to speak. Right. So, well, the common solution is to just so player, player. I also need to double check. So if I go. Right. So the values that I have in the engine. Okay, so I take. Here's the thing. I tried commenting it out, but then another one became the issue. Right, so I'm going to set that back to 6. Even though it doesn't matter. Because the thing is, I think the blueprint itself might have become corrupt with what fuckery I was doing not long ago. So I need to sadly delete the blueprint. So, right. And then I need to make a new one. Ah, that's annoying. Where is the mesh? Right. It fell to corruption. Such a tragic fate. Right. Skeletal mesh. Yep. Use animation blueprint. Also, the oil was bad. Oh. Right, so I'll reduce this to 5 for grid snap. Ah, right. We found out what the problem was, which, you know, very upsetting. Ground checkpoints. Projectile throw points. I need to review things, so... Oh, damn it, I have to adjust this again. Oh, there's so much I need to readjust and re-implement now. Okay, why did I do that? Right. Okay. I'm so fucking upset. Hold on. I also didn't have it in the bloody... Because there were so many values that I didn't have hard-coded into the project. What is... Oh, this is Loco Roco. Anyway, okay, so looking at this... Having to do this all individually is annoying! $1,100. 3.85. Yeah. I sorted that out. Route. Wall check distance, I remember being a bit too far. And then 800. Oh, it's the bloody... Ah! .6. And then... 0.4. 0.4. Slope curves. Where is... Because I think I did scroll down a bit too far. Where is... Yeah. Probably there. Was about right for the dialogue camera's position. If it's wrong, then... .5. Slide. One. Oh, gosh. Right. Oh wait, I need to re-add a perception stimuli source. So... and it was for sight. And it needs to be the player tag, because otherwise the enemies can't detect it. Okay. Oh, okay, right, the camera's too zoomed in. Shit. Or not. What's going on? Why is it not? No! Lord, I'm... this is stressing me. Ah. I can't see. Right. Okay. Fucking knew it. It's Mount Valak at night from Xenoblade. I knew it. Anyway, why is it just... Oh. This might explain it. Okay, there we go. Doesn't feel right. There's... Yeah, the gravity scale is normal. That's not supposed to be doing that. Okay, that's the one. Um... The problem is that with the original version of the blueprint, because of it being corrupted, I could not check what these... I know. I know. I know. Right. Okay, at the very least, that's looking fine. It's looking a bit raised up, though. Pretty sure I brought it down to 60. I might be wrong. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Okay, I don't think... Oh, that is Persona 4. Huh. Or P4G. It sounded familiar, and then I realized, oh wait, shit, this is Persona. I think the jump height is not high enough. I think it was slightly higher. Or that might be too high. Yeah, that's too high. Right. Let's see. It might be 950. It might be 950. 950 seems about right. Right. Right, here's... Okay, it still detects... Should I see if anyone wants to get me a fight stick? Maybe. Um... There we go. I do think the forward wall force should be adjusted a bit. There we go. Whew. Crisis averted. All I wanted to do was test out, like, different values for the bloody air control, but no! Or not for the air control, but for the interpolation speed. And then the project just decides to bug out like that. It's a mystery. It's such a mystery. And here's me hoping... I was going to try and get on with, like, making some visual adjustments and all that jazz as well. But so much of, like, this past, like, 20 minutes, half hour was trying to fix something that resulted from a freak mishap with the engine. I've never had a blueprint become corrupted before. Hmm. Hmm. What do you think? Right. Okay, so I know I have solved it, but however, that kind of burnt out my motivation to get more of the stuff done for today, so I'm going to call it a little bit earlier than I normally would. So, to everyone who showed up, and to everyone watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on when you're watching this, thank you ever so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that I'm calling it a little earlier. It's just that this got me all worked up and just... Thank you, Zazel. And I just wasn't expecting it, so just gonna take it a bit slow for the rest of the evening. But yes, next stream will be next Sunday. It'll be Game Dev once again, of course. I will get on with those visual tweaks that I was going to get on with this time around on that day. I have some things in mind, and I may actually try and properly plan things out. I'm also going to make sure to back the project up onto GitHub so I can actually, you know, easily revert just in case a blueprint becomes corrupted again. But yes, once again, thank you very, very much for being here. And as always, I'll see you all... I'll see you all again in the very next one. So until then, please take care.